Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Wanna move my feet, wanna drip on one. 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 Wanna move my feet, wanna drip on one.
Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time, baby. Waves making waves. One of the top coins on the day. We're going to take a look at it. VAI, we keep playing that thing. It keeps being the cash giver, baby. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the alts to keep flying while Bitcoin stays flat and dumping a little bit. We're going to talk about the recovery Bitcoin had. We're going to talk about how the dollar is dumping. We got a lot to discuss. Also, DCG going under. How will that affect the markets? Do we see another black swan? Where are we going? We're going to bring you the news. We're going to bring you the information. We're going to bring you the TA. We're going to bring everything and the energy like you've never seen before. Get ready. Get your lemon water. Get it into the jar. Let's get going, baby! Yes! Yes! We're alive, baby. We're alive. You woke up today. You were blessed with another day. You're not in the hospital. You got no issues. Look, you got traps of steel. You got big chest. You're feeling good. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's take a big jug of the lemon water. Did you work out this morning? I did. I feel great. Got my core going. Dynamic core. Right, babe? Dynamic core, babe. It was amazing. Water, man. Water. Woo! Drink your water, baby. It will make you a better trader. You don't believe me, but it will. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's take a look at Fiat Leak and see what's happening. We can see what's going down. People pouring into the market. We got some Tether. We got some ETH. We got some Bitcoin. We got some Chainlink. A lot of people trying to get down. Even a little Solana buy right there. A lot of Bitcoin getting bought up. Institutions are buying Bitcoin. We have word on the street. This looks nice. HIAZUKI looks like it could bust to the upside. Look at the 1 hour. About to make a bit of a move here. 26% gains out of this channel. You have a bullish cross, which is the 50 crossing, the 200 SMA. You have tight moving averages. I'm just telling you. You have the MACD about to turn. You have the RSI in a falling wedge. Everything looks beautiful. You even have the 77s, baby. Look, 877. There you have it on the 77. So something to think about on your radar. I just want to give you things that I'm looking at right off the bat. I'm nice enough to do that. A couple freebies for the crew. LBP, the first big gainer of the day. Can we get it for a 7-minute scalp? Lately, we've been taking these scalps. I've been finding the biggest coin of the day, and I've been scalping the 7-minute for just a little something. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. We're going to have to watch the 7-minute retrace. Just something on my radar. I will teach you that if you're in the trading group. VAI. Looks like it's in another. This is in a 7-minute scalp. Could possibly go up for more gains, too. This is on my radar as well. So, without wasting your time, I'll show you what I'm looking at. And there's more in the trading group. We have elite traders posting. We have so much action in the game. I talked about Gala, right? Remember this? Last night, I posted in the trading group. This thing would fire off for 15% gains out of this channel to the upside. Another winner in the game. We had EFX banging on them. Shout out to my man David Kendall, one of the elites. 19% gains to the upside. David really stepping it up. Love you how you teach, David. Love how you point things out. Love how you're always there for the group. Everybody, I trained 5 elite traders as well as me in my trading group. When you join my group, you have access to me and my elite. People that are going for it. People that are changing their lives. People that are really charting to the point of no return so they can see things you've never seen before. And they'll give you that data. They'll give you that access to their lives. I mean, I've worked really hard, so I've found a lot of people that look up to me and want to join my group, and those people work really hard. So when you join my group, you have access to the entire database that I created. You get access to my energy. You really get to piggyback on my life. Come on in. Come on in. You know? Use some of my life resources that I've created for you to get ahead. I'm creating a space for you to get ahead. I created it. I worked really hard to create it. It took years to develop. Come on in today. $3 a day, $270 a day. You will get your mind blown. I also teach class tomorrow. If you don't know, you don't want to spend $70 a month, don't know, $90 a month, don't know. Other people are charging you thousands of dollars for the same information, or actually not the same because mine's special sauce, but come on into the class every single Tuesday. And I teach it tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 12. 9 a.m. to 12, that's why I'm bringing it up, because I usually don't teach this Saturday. It's the last Saturday every month, but I will teach the class tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 12. If you like what you see here today, you can jump into the class with me tomorrow and just get more knowledge. Let's jump into Bitcoin. Let's see what's happening to Bitcoin, S&P futures, and the dollar index. Let's get it in. Thank you so much for that super chat and the love. Much appreciated. Let's see the balls jump into the jar. Stagnant. Just 3 little chips in a bounce there. Damn, I like when it explodes, but you never know. So, last night we said likely a break to the downside. Why? Bitcoin was rejected by the point of control. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. We even had an idea that maybe it came up for the bearish retest for the drop. That's exactly what it looked like of the rising wedge. It did that. We started to tank, but as we tanked, the dollar started to dump amazingly hard. That would propel Bitcoin back up in a reversal to the upside. Now we kind of have a shoulder ahead and a possible right shoulder here beginning to form. Let me show you in case you're having a hard time see what I'm seeing. Possible shoulder with a head and a right shoulder here. That could break us back to the upside. Something to think about. Also, whenever I get back inside the pattern, it is what it is. We got back inside the pattern. You can clearly see this was your trend. You fell out of the trend line. You bounced off the 200 SMA. I talk about this all the time. I use the 200 SMA on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour. All different time frames. It is significant. Highly likely and significant for bounces and rejections or even moves to that area. Remember, I talk about when the moving averages are tight and we jettison to the 200? Same idea when you flip it upside down. Moving averages, they jettison up to the 200 SMA. You can learn things from the shorts that you can then transcend to the longs. Price action does not care. I don't know if that makes any sense. Most people don't get that. That's a whole new age theory that kind of would blow your mind. But the idea is you could be any way, upside down, flip. You can learn. You can backtest an upside down idea and flip it to a bullish idea. Who knows what I'm saying? Or who has no idea what I just said and they're like staring at the screen like, what did this man just say? Let me know. Because I want to see if it's coming through the airwaves, if I'm cutting through. All right. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, shout out to the 117 likes, 271 people on the live. Unbelievable. What a way to start the stream. Strong. Lifer strong. And honestly, we're making more gains, I think, than almost any other trading group in the game. Because we know what we're doing. I'm focused on this. I've been doing it for 7-8 years. Everyone else is just jumping in, trying to start their little things. I get it. But we are established. We've been here for a long time. We know where the gains are. By the time they find the gains and figure out how to do what we do, it's going to be 2025, baby. So this is the place to be. I have to say, this is the group. This is the one. All right? And we're going to keep pushing at the speed of light. If you're not in the trading group, you're missing out. Hands down. Hands down. And I firmly believe that. So look, and that could be pompous or rude, but I just firmly believe it. I really do. I really do. I've never seen 800 more beautiful people accelerating at a higher rate, pushing each other, not accepting excuses, and making sure that we go all the way to the upside. I improve my trading skills from your lives. A lot of people just do it from the live stream alone. You know what I mean? From the live stream alone. Sammy Cubbenheady, thanks for the live stream and the TA. Shout out to I didn't win to eat bugs. I don't want to eat bugs. I know, right? You're funny, man. I love you, bro. I don't want to eat bugs. I'm new in the trading group, and I love it. Shout out to NSB Crypto. I love when someone's new in the group, and they absolutely love it. Unbelievable. Thank you for the love. So, look, what do we see happening for Bitcoin? I mean, that's a flag, clear as day. It's back in the flag. That's a bull flag, all right? Or, bullish rectangle, wedge. Has a measured move all the way back up to $793, 17,100 beans. Is our measured move. We're pointing to the upside with momentum. I don't see why we won't make that move. We got to get above this point of control, though, in order for this to happen. All right, we got to get above the point of control. I may even I see something different forming that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to show you in a second on another chart. But this is what I see here on the Binance chart. I see a move to the upside on the 4-hour time frame. I see Bitcoin breaking up somewhere by Sunday into again, we have low liquidity. Here we back are at 16,800 again, which is absolutely absurd, right? We've been sideways for most of the day, but that's why the altcoins fly. When Bitcoin stays sideways, the altcoins fly, baby. We're going to get Bookmap up and running for you. Bookmap, baby. Bookmap. We provide you with the beautiful data of Bookmap every single day here on the channel so you can be privy to what's happening on the order book. All right? And we got our new Bookmap cam ready to go. We're going to load that up for you in a second, let it load and kind of get going. And then we're going to jump on into Bookmap. Thank you for the love, everybody. Appreciate you all. So I see a move on the 4-hour to the upside here for Bitcoin. Sorry, I'm on the 1 hour. I'm on the 4. The 1 hour wants to make a move. See how the 1 hour's pointing back up? The MACD's turning. You got low on the RSI. I see a move for the Bitcoin. I really do. Resistance. You're basically holding support now again at 16,650, 700. That level held support very, very nicely. So very interesting. I like what we're seeing. We get above the point of control. We can jettison all the way back up to 17,000. And remember, my levels that I'm watching, 17,003 is so important to me. And 18,300 yet again. I mean, if we can't get above those areas, we'll come back to that sauce. What I have showed you, though, and I did a lot of awesome stuff in the weekly screen share last night. Who here jumped into the weekly screen share and absolutely loved it? I loved it. I got a lot out of it. I'm still remembering the things that we went over. Every single week, we do an in-depth 2 hours together from 6 to 8 o'clock. Last night went all the way to almost 9. I share intimate stories about my life. I tell you about my struggles, what I'm doing, how I'm getting through, and try to inspire you to push forward no matter what's happening in your life. Because you can, you will, you are the best. Remember that. I love each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. And I live in love. Love is the strongest frequency, and the 777's there again. Every time, baby. Every time. 777's, baby. So I see Bitcoin making a move. When the 4-hour and the 1 hour are both low, I do see Bitcoin making a move. 22-hour is spent and suggests a dump. We'll look at that on another scale right now. Right now, we're just going to, on the Binance chart, I like to focus on my moving averages, support and resistance. You can see there's clear resistance, so that's why we made a support. Previous resistance, this could be an SR flip for Bitcoin, all right? An SR flip, and it could be a broadening rising wedge is what it's looking like to me. Let's look at our Coinbase chart. I was looking at that on the 7-minute the other day, remember? Seeing if that 7-minute would break out. It was getting tighter and tighter. It did not. It would go sideways. That was just a small time frame idea. Okay. So we go to the daily. I saw something different that I was going to propose here. Clear as day, we're getting tight on the daily now. That's a symmetrical triangle. All right. That could break up or down depending on which way we're going to move. We're fighting that point of control. I tell you right now, we break that point of control. So the measured move, measured move 14,672, or do we break up all the way to 18,000? This is a symmetrical triangle. This is what we're looking at for Bitcoin, really, in a nutshell. Okay, we'll jump back into the other, the smaller. We figure out where the small, and you see we have this heavy resistance here for BTC, 16,892, 17K area, right? It's a bar. It's a big boy resistance. Can't get above the zone. However, we're having the big boy support too. That is giving us the love for the bounce here. So Bitcoin's been stuck in this channel. All right. Some pointed out and it looks like a bear flag, and I get it. See this? There you have your length, and you could break to the downside too as well. So you have two bearish ideas here with the symmetrical triangle and the bear flag to the downside. All right. I'm going to take away that because, it's a little distracting, but I do see it, and I can't act like I don't see that. Also, this is kind of like a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. It's kind of got head and shoulder vibes for me personally, right? However, it also has this going for it, in my humble opinion. Almost could say it's a bit of a, no, that would have to be, let me see, I'll move that to the center. Trying to put it in a diamond, but it's got some diamond feels to it, but it's just not diamond enough for me. So the daily pushed up and we didn't get above resistance. That's a worrisome thought for me. I'd like to see us get back above that area. I have to remain bearish until Bitcoin can get back above 16,008. You know what I'm saying? Until we flip this zone, I can't open longs right now. It's just not going to happen. I'd have to stay short. All right. I play what the market gives me. There's a low, there's a high, there's a low, there's a lower high. That would assume that we make a lower low in the trend. This is the trend line right now. You can see boom, boom. We have a trend line forming. We're unable to get out of the trend. All right. It is what it is for now. Okay. So resistance for me. 3-day chart, even in indecision, but it could loop. What I'm showing on the 3-day chart is a cup and handle. Shout out to Randall, Crypto Love, who saw the cup and handle. I got to have Crypto Love back on the show. I want to talk about the cup and handle with him, have some fun. Randall, so look for that. I'll be reaching out to Crypto Love again. He's been on the show multiple times. He's put me on his show. He's amazing. What a nice guy. And we're going to see if we can have him back on the show again. Crypto Love, baby. We love you. Shout out to Crypto Love. So, first guy that ever really started watching on YouTube. So, I don't think I would be here if I never found Crypto Love. So, you got to pay homage where homage is due. 12 hours says we're taking a dump to the downside. Symmetrical triangle wants to break us down. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but that 12 hours says, I want to come down to mama. All right? You remember, we had a rising wedge here that we've talked about breaking to the downside, and it should make its way to the bottom of the rising wedge. It just right to there. That is the measured move of this rising wedge. Right around here. Hope you have a blessed day, Sam. Ocean TA. Shout out to my man, Cryptoholic Love, for the 35. God bless you for the 333. Maybe that is Crypto Love. We don't know. Is that you, Randall? And everybody, I see 355 people here, 157 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. We're going to streamline all the way to the top, baby. 3 hours of Crypto Lifer, and I had to put it on TV and popcorn binge. Funny. I hit that like, baby. Shout out to Crypto Wifer. Shout out to Toby, ZCX, and Ocean. Shout out to Michael Christian Benitez. No, this is Benny Boy, brother. Shout out to Benny Boy, my man. God bless you in the house. Thank you for being here. Well, I'm going to say Bookmap. I'm going to load it again. So far, Bookmap's been running way better since we did the update, Jamie. Haven't seen any black screens for a while, so things have been going well. Every day, brother, my man. So you get these updates for BOOKMAP, and we'll have to update them real quick and then restart. All right. Come on, BOOKMAP. Don't do that. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. She's trying to purr right now. Hold on one second. I don't know if you could see my task manager when I do that. So it said it had 2 instances of BOOKMAP running. On computer, the new Windows isn't amazing. It really isn't. And the updates aren't. It gets confused with OBS. To me, it thinks OBS is there when it's not. I had to uninstall it this morning. Some ups and downs. BOOKMAP, man. Come on. Loads every day today and act funny, huh? There we go. Come on, BOOKMAP. Come on, baby. Damn. Anyway. So look. It always loads eventually. Today it wants to play a game. For whatever reason. No idea why. I should have updated. I should have let it just cook. But I wanted to update the parameters because it was acting a little slow for me personally. Shout out to the blue team. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. Linux over Windows any day. My man. Yeah, but only like really nerds run Linux. You know what I mean? You got to be like a real computer programmer to run Linux, in my humble opinion. Like, I know Linux and I'm a nerd. Like, most people don't even know what Linux is. Like, if you say Linux to them, they're like... I was using the other one, Odwalla, right? Remember that thing? Looking smooth in the baby blue shirt. Lifer, bro, nice. Shout out to my man. Thank you for that. So BOOKMAP playing games with me right now. I'm going to have to talk to them. Come on, man. It can't be this hard to load it. We got to get it loaded fast and easy. Keeps all right. Anyway, let's get back into the brass tacks. So I see Bitcoin taking a dump. I mean, I do. And you got insolvency with DG. We're going to break that down on the news segment later on today. You may want to stay tuned for that because we're going to give you some insight and some big news that you need. So I do see this shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. I see how this could make a giant complex head and shoulder. I really do. I also see how it just not looking amazing to me. There we go. I'm not going to do perform selected updates. Just going to let it chill for now. I'll do those later on today. There we go. But see how it's like stopping every once in a while. It's not fluid for whatever reason. That's why I need those updates. Anyway, it's good enough. We're going to see the liquidity on the book. So let's take a look at it. I see something. I see some insight already. That's got me a little weary. So the 12-hour wants to take a dump. The daily wants to take a dump. The 22-hour. Again, we didn't get back above 17K. We didn't get back above 16,800. We are at resistance. Until Bitcoin can break back above, I see us breaking down all the way to 14,681. That is the measured move. It is what it is. At least to here for a possible double bottom, in my humble opinion. But the dollar is dumping, you say. How could Bitcoin dump if the dollar is dumping? This is a good question. We're going to break that down. We're going to see if there's any relief there or if they correlate somewhat. So BOOKMAP. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. We can see there's just more liquidity lower than higher. You can see it stretches longer too, and it's thicker. All right. The order book is a little thicker at the top right now at 16,800, but it looks like major sells. So it's almost like they want to get out as fast as they can. What they want to do is they want people to think there's going to be a spurt, have the price squirt up, let all those people longing be their exit liquidity, and then they want to dump on them. So it looks like 16,800 could be a huge sell wall. They do try to stretch it to 17, but you could look at this. See this red bar here? 985 Bitcoins trying to be sold, 16,005. 900 Bitcoins both in those orders. So about 2,000 Bitcoins they're attempting to sell off at 16.6 and 16.5. That coincides with my idea that we are going to roll to the upside, so to the downside. So I see the 1 hour and the 4 hour both want to play out. Let's give them their due diligence. All right. Let's see if the 1 hour can break out of this little flag that it's in. But even if it does that, I mean, it doesn't get that high. Like it doesn't get, you know, okay, 17.26. So let's see if the 1 hour can throw a Hail Mary. Or does the 1 hour just double top here into resistance and make our move to the downside? So we're going to be watching this closely. The 1 hour really will tell us once we get up here Friday afternoon. It's, what time is it right now? It's about 10:30 in the morning. So by 4 or 5 o'clock, it's going to be 6 hours from now. We're going to have 6 1 hour candles. We should figure out whether we're going to make a right shoulder. This could even be a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. You see? We're starting to form some bearishness that could begin. So we're watching the 1 hour time frame. That pump we had was lackluster, in my humble opinion. Very, you know, the V-shaped recovery back up in the zone. So this is what I see happening. This symmetrical triangle. Bitcoin has 2 measured moves. It gets above this point of control. It could make the move. It's more likely it breaks to the downside based on the stochastics on the 8 hour, the 12 hour, right? Let's let the 1 hour and the 4 hour play out. Let's see what they do. But they could just go sideways. And I see more downside coming for Bitcoin based on the probabilities. And I could be wrong. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I want to make that very clear. I do not know where Bitcoin's going to go. I do not claim to know. I never say I do. I don't know. I don't say I think. I don't say I believe. Oh, I think Bitcoin's going to, and by 2025, the halving's going to come. Over time, Bitcoin will appreciate in value because of the halving, because they keep printing money. So over long term, I truly believe Bitcoin will continue to go up in value. Like to me, it's an obvious equation, right? BlackRock is trying to take control of Bitcoin. We have whales buying up Bitcoin like you've never seen. The hash rate went from 10% in the USA to 35%. We are slowly controlling Bitcoin. Are the big boys trying to take it from the inside? Are the big boys trying to control Bitcoin, right? And that's what they've been trying to do since the beginning. Definitely something that's going to happen. So I would be wary. To me, it looks like sideways action for Bitcoin today. If I had to make a call, Bitcoin will go sideways, not up or down. And then by tonight into Saturday with low liquidity, we could see a dump. And by Sunday night into Monday morning, we could see that volatility and that move to the downside. Not guaranteeing a dump. And I'm not saying it's a fact. It's just the probabilities are very high. Look at your 12 hour. Backtest the 12 hour every time it was this high on the stochastics. Let's do it together. Let's learn a lesson together. Let's go backtest 10 overbought stochastics on the 12 hour. Let's see how we would have done. All right, let's do it. Here's our first one. We'll start right here. We'll do 20 if you want. Right here, we see bearish divergence. We're starting to roll over. We didn't even get to the dotted line, but look, 12 hour was telling you that you were getting extended. RSI was in your favor there too. Nasty dump to the downside. 12 hour got high here again after that little recovery for 2 for 2. So there's 1 for 1. Here's 2 for 2. Nasty dump to the downside. Here's another one where it gets high. Dumps to the downside. Now you don't get back in until the stochastics are low or they bend. Here we're high again. So this 1, 2, 3, 4 for 4 shorts played out every time you open a short on the 12 hour stochastics RSI. Here's another one right here. Would have went sideways and down. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5. 6 for 6, dropped to the downside. 7 for 7, it wasn't a huge dump, but it did dump. 8 for 8, little dump. Came back up, still dump, went sideways. At least you wouldn't have lost money. It would have went sideways. And it looks like you still would have made a little bit of a gain because it dropped from 20,800 to 20,001. Still a move. All right. So that checks off this one, this one, this one, this one. Beautiful dump to the downside. So now you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now can you see why I do what I do? Or is it confusing? Is there anyone confused about what I'm doing here? So here we have it again at the dotted line, dump. All right. Here we have it again at the dotted line sideways, and we're here again. So what do you think is going to happen? Now, this could be the one time out of 10 that we get the pump to the upside. I get it. But you know what? If I short right now and I get stopped out, it's okay because I did the right thing. If you have a system, that's the beauty of having a system. If you have a system, you don't beat yourself up as much because you have a probability that you believe in. And even if it's brainwash, like you're like, I did what I was supposed to do. Even if you're brainwashed thinking that was the right thing to do, then it was the right thing to do for you, right? So the whole point of the story is find a system, And your system should become from backtesting, from spending hours and hours in the market figuring it out. And you could do what I did completely by yourself. I had to join a trading group, understand divergences. Someone had to teach me the basics and get me into the special sauce. And then from there, I was able to, to begin to learn my own stuff and then put it onto the charts. So this is really simple. I want to keep this really, really simple. Sometimes I have a lot of lines, a lot of different shapes. This is one shape. This is one resistance. This is oversold stochastics on, So again, the 1 hour suggests we will get a move to the upside. You're pushing up. But I'm just saying, you got to get through my green zone. If you don't get through the green zone, it's going to be a perfect place to open up a short. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. BOOKMAP is starting to cream now and starting to work nicely. It's working fluidly. You can see now that we got the shorts getting liquidated. BOOKMAP shows me who's getting liquidated. All right? It's an order book with a heat map. And you can see, like I said before, they had that fat order. It looks like they were going to try to close their orders up here. They're liquidating shorts right now. 80,000 in shorts, 10,000 in shorts. People are getting liquidated on Bybit futures, OKX, and Binance futures too. They are building more liquidity. It looks like they'll drag us to 16,009. We're getting dragged to the upside here. I did suggest a move on the 1 hour based on low stochastics. See, you can go back this. How many times did the bounce, 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 bounce? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, the problem is people see bearishness on a big time frame, bullishness on a small time frame, and they get confused. All right. BOOKMAP is in the description below. You won't get a discount cheaper than I give it to you. Jump on it today. You can put it on any asset you want. Like, for instance, not any asset you want. I'm sorry. But there's a list of like 18 different ones. But MATIC, the bigger coins. Look, I got Doge here. I got Dogecoin. Whatever asset that you're looking into, you can look at the liquidity for it and get some extra information. Look at this. Watching these shorts get squeezed gives us some idea of, how much liquidity. Like, that's a sell-off order. I mean, 1,000 Bitcoins at 16,009. Okay. We could see a major move up here. The 4 hour does want to bounce. How big the 4? And look, this is kind of a shoulder, a head, and kind of a right shoulder. You see that? A bigger inverted. Interesting. So let's see if the 4 hour and the 1 hour can get us back above the zone and change my tune. Get us back above supported resistance, and I won't be so bearish. But they have to confirm closes above 17.3 right here. And eventually 18,300 or 400. Otherwise, none of this is happening. What I'm looking for is this gap. See, we get above this point of control. We're going to gap up to 19,100 very, very fast. When you gap down fast, you gap up fast. Now, one thing I do see is the 22. And you got this looming 200 SMA. And a lot of times when you get tight action, price action will pump up to the 200 SMA. So that's one thing that could save us here that I'm interested in. So we'll watch the 1 hour and the 4 hour. We'll watch the 1 hour and the 4 hour very, very closely. See, look. See this 200 SMA right here? Price action will bounce up to it. I've seen that many times, so it can. That's something we do have to heed. 4 hour could start that process. So the smaller time frames we can confirm if this is going to occur. Or are we going to get rejected by this area? I would remain short until I have to close because we're above a heavy resistance. Once we get above resistance, it's time to close the short, in my humble opinion. But if we never get back above it, 17K, there's no reason to close the short. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm just explaining how I trade based on these parameters. You do whatever makes you happy. Follow me on Twitter. I greatly appreciate it. We're on our way to 10,000 followers, 50 more people, basically, 58 more people. And we're on KUCOIN trending, baby. KUCOIN trending. I like to see that. Why is it trending? Let's just take a look. Celtics just completely depleted the Mavericks last night after that huge loss to the Thunder. Unbelievable. This guy, FCON, will follow IBP. Funny. It may be. LBP, Launch Block Protocol. Funny. He's putting out signals there. KUCOIN Gems. KUCOIN Gems Finder. That's a good one. SON. 20%. 25 up from buying in a day. I know. KUCOIN just keeps it going. Proof of reserves. We are proud to announce our second proof of reserves has been released. This proof of reserve certifies that they are one-to-one on-chain reserves for all user assets. And users can also conduct independent verifications by visiting the link below. So, KUCOIN, Bitcoin reserves, there's 19,000 wallet addresses. 19,000 user assets, 19,264 Bitcoins, and they have 19,670 in the KuCoin wallet assets. So they have more backing that up. 164,000, they have about 3 million more ETH than they need in the reserve. 946,000 KuCoin USDT user assets, KuCoin wallet. They have more in the wallet than the users. And USDC. I mean, that's not everything, though. I mean, there's so many other coins on there. Third-party report. The independent party institution certifies that there are one-to-one on-chain reserves for all user assets. Independent periodic verification users can verify their own asset data. Continuous investment. KuCoin always provides industry-leading verification solutions to protect asset security and provide further transparency. I mean, I feel like I got lucky that I became a KuCoin guy 5 years ago, and I've been rocking KuCoin ever since. Independent third party. This is a huge deal. Shout out to KuCoin. If you want to join KuCoin, link in the description below. I've been pushing KuCoin for years. Jump on into KuCoin today. Change your life. I trade 90% of my trades on KuCoin. I left Binance because I had to. It's been KuCoin. Shout out to the super chats. We had ZCX at Ocean. We'll get to that. Once I gain a nest egg and free up my schedule, I will sign up for the course one day. Dude, just do it, man. That whole one day stuff, no offense, I'm gonna be hard on you right now. One day I'm gonna really, right now my company could either be, right now, look at this. I'll put myself in your shoes. Right now I have two choices. I could keep running a trading group, right? And I could make, whatever I do. I don't want to be rude, but I could, and I could continue to have a great life. Or I could begin to build a multi-billion-dollar Web3 marketing agency and take what I'm doing here, because I could look at me like a client. Like, I am a client, right? I'm a YouTuber that wants to grow. And then I'm building a way to grow me. Eventually, I am going to be the CEO of a company that figures out how to grow the talent me on YouTube. So eventually going to figure out this sauce, and I'm going to have a whole team of people behind me. So then I figured, why don't I start signing people up, creating a roster, just like a rap label does, a roster of YouTube talent, and continuing to push forward. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I want. That's what I'm going for. And I could say, one day I'm going to make that meeting. One day I'm going to have a meeting, or I'm just going to, one day I'm going to get ready and get ready for that. One day, dude, one day is the worst word I've ever heard in my life. You know what I mean? I think you have good intentions, and I hope I'm not pissing you off, but I'm trying to vex you, because it's like, dude, one day I'm going to do that. One day I'm going to have, like, one day. Dude, people that say one day, it turns into 1,000 days. Just get it done. Just schedule it and get it done. Do you ever look at the options market as an additional data tool? Nah, never needed to, but maybe it helps. Bitcoin making a bullish engulfing candle. Wow, on the 4-hour time frame. That's like starting a little bit there, yeah. I mean, the 4 hours getting ready. Let's take a look at our dollar index. I do see a move on the 1-hour time frame to the upside. Look at that stochastics turning. You're in the flag. Measured move takes you to 17,256. And I would change my tune if we can get a candle to close above 17K. At least 17,300 would be ideal, though. Can I be part of the West Coast chapter? Let's start a trading school. People want to learn, and in person. People do want to learn in person. Everyone else likes the word tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. That one day may never come. Today is all we have. Make the best of it. I appreciate that. Life, your straight up honesty works, man. Shout out to Jesse Namsel. Thank you, man. And sometimes I'm like I'm hurting my business. Like, I could really hurt someone's skin. Like, if they have thin skin, they're like, this guy's a complete. But honestly, like, my dad had to be hard on me. People had to be hard on me for me to go after what I wanted. Like, so that's how I learned. So I'm a little hard. But I think it's tough love. I mean, if I didn't love you, if I didn't care, I would be like, do whatever you want. Yeah, one day's great. Like, whenever you want to do it. Like, and honestly, I think what he's saying is, when I got to free up my schedule, when I get a chance, I'm going to take the class. You know what I mean? And I could be misinterpreting it too. So it's like, but just think, I mean, I used to use that thing. One day I'm gonna, and I never did a damn thing. You know what I mean? So I see the 1 hour bumping up for Bitcoin. We see coins that are in flags. We see some moves. Looks like today could be some liquidity. Fridays have been popping off the last couple of weeks. Like, the last Friday was interesting when I was in Florida. So Let's let this 1 hour play out. Let's let the 4 hour play out. I do see some moves here. Again, we'd have to get back above my green zone for me to believe in the push. But there is a scalp of the 1 hour possible there. All right. AI coins are starting to pop up. That's what the big deal here. AI coins are starting to pop up. I want to talk about DG here and break it down and see what we see happening. All right. For the digital currency group. So we're going to bring you that quick news segment right in the middle of the show. Real fast. We're going to get to your altcoins. We're going to get to the DXY. We have so much to go over. We'll be And here we are with the news. The Digital Currency Group closes its wealth division amid trouble. DCG has been battling issues in its Genesis subsidiary. Genesis eliminated more than 60 positions, or 30% of the workforce. Cryptocurrency conglomerate Digital Currency Group closed its wealth management division, the latest sign of trouble amid a deep and prolonged slump in the crypto industry. The Stamford, Connecticut-based firm, which controls asset manager Grayscale Investments and brokerage Genesis, among others, is dealing with numerous issues. It had dismissed 10% of its staff towards the end of last year. Genesis also eliminated more than 60 positions and what amounted to 30% of its workforce. As part of the latest changes, DCG shuttered its wealth management division called HQ. A company salesperson confirmed the closure was first reported by The Information. Due to the state of the broader economic environment and prolonged crypto winter presenting significant headwinds to the industry, we made the decision to wind down HQ effective January 31st. A DCG spokesman said in an email statement, "We're proud of the work and the team has done and look forward to potentially revisiting the project in the future." Barry Silbert, founder of Chief Executive Officer of Digital Currency Group. The company run by Barry Silbert is dealing with challenges with some of its biggest subsidiaries following the sudden collapse of FTX, one of the world's largest crypto exchanges. Towards the end of 2022, Genesis had been trying to raise fresh cash for its lending unit, though some investors' approach for the lifeline have balked at the interconnectedness between Genesis and other related entities that are part of DCG. Genesis has warned that it might seek bankruptcy protection. Gemini Trust Co. Chief Executive Officer Cameron Winklevoss accused Silbert earlier this week of bad faith stall tactics and the intermingling of funds within his conglomerate that Winklevoss says have left $900 million in customer assets needlessly in limbo since FTX's meltdown. Gemini's customers haven't been able to access funds in a lending product called Earn, which offered investors the potential to generate as much as 8% in interest on their digital coins. It did so by lending them out to Genesis Global Capital, one of the companies controlled by the Digital Currency Group. So here's the deal. I never did Celsius. I never did any of these things. Why? Because I worked really hard. I worked a night shift, and my money meant so much to me. I felt like if I put my money on the line to some greedy big billionaires, I may never get it back. I was right. I had this feeling inside. I went to do Celsius one day. I looked at it. Like, I didn't even, transfer the money yet, but I, opened an account. I was about to kind of do it. And then I just said, what if I press the in button and I can never press the out button? And I can't get my Bitcoin out. And I said, what will I do then? And I said, I don't know. I'll be done. I won't be able to figure. I'll be done. I said, I'll be devastated. And I can't take that. I work too hard. I have dreams and plans. I mean, I guess I could. I'd pray to God and I have to rebuild myself, but it would be an emotional damage. If I lost all my Bitcoins, or at least, even half of them, I would be so devastated. It would be absolutely insane. Shout out to people that probably did, and I feel bad for you. My heart goes out to you. I hope to maybe one day help people become solvent in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. I think some way we can do it by forming a fund. I don't know what we could do, but there's got to be a way when I get rich enough that we could make something happen. And I don't want to see anybody lose ever in the game, right? So Winklevoss asked Barry Silbert to publicly commit to working together to solve the problem, which he says affects more than 340,000 earned customers by January 8th. He didn't say what would happen if no agreement was reached by then. So it's getting crazy. And I think this could also propel Bitcoin further to the downside. We have Mt. Gox as well. We have a bunch of different things coming out all at the same time. DCG closes subsidiary HQ, digital fueling, fears in the Bitcoin market. So, they're bankrupt. They're going to go under. I actually thought they were going to go under when they first came out. So, I mean, it just, I also didn't like BlockFi. I didn't believe their story at all. I knew from the very beginning, something told me. Something, I can't explain it. I never did Celsius. I put $50 on FTX US one time. Never traded it on FTX at all. I bought FTT token on another exchange for $7,000. I had to sell it on May 29th for $3,900. I took like a $3,000 loss, $3,100 loss on that. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, there you have it. That's kind of the sauce behind it all. So this could create a bigger fallout in the cryptocurrency space. I just want you to understand. This is why Bitcoin is still kind of milling at 16,008. We have some trouble brewing. That 12 hours, show me the charts and I'll show you the news. 12 hours says a nasty dump is coming for Bitcoin. If we don't get it, I'll be pleasantly surprised. The probability that I went over with you says it's highly likely, like 90% likely, based on the stochastics RSI. We went over it. The last 10 times we saw a dump, right? A couple times it was slightly sideways and a minuscule dump. But 70% of the time, it was a pretty substantial dump on this 12-hour when we were curling like this on the stochastics RSI. So we have lack of bullish momentum on the MACD2 as well, which is telling you that just where are the bulls? They're not stepping in here to buy a bunch of the price action. You don't see me buying a whole Bitcoin right now, right? Hey, let me buy a whole Bitcoin. I believe that I may be greedy, but I'm hoping out for better prices. I believe I can get Bitcoin cheaper if we can see this fallout. So we'll see what happens. I see the shoulder, head, and shoulder. We're below the 200 SMA. But again, I got faith in the 4-hour and the 1-hour that they could pull us out. So I'm open-minded. Why do I sometimes look like I have mixed signals? Because when I was a younger trader, I only looked at the 22. I didn't even notice the 4-hour, the 1-hour. So I'd say, 22 hours is going to dump. Then what would happen is the 4-hour would be in a flag, oversold on the stochastics, and it would bump up huge, change the support and resistance, change the story in the 22 or the 12, and I would be completely left with my pants on my ankles, to be honest. I'd be like, what the? So I learned that I have to see the smaller time frames first and let them play out before my bigger time frame can take control. And I had to learn the hard way. So if you're confused, don't worry. Just bear with me. It'll all make sense eventually. Let the subconscious mind break it down. Let it kind of come into your head. Let you work it through. And things will start to make sense for you. So you got to have faith, though. You got to have faith. This is a kind of cup and handle here. Shoulder, head, and shoulder. I see some signs, but it's all about support and resistance. All right. So I do see a move on the 1-hour. How big the move is? Would I long right now? No, I would not. I would stay short until we get back above these levels of heavy resistance. So that's my update for Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. I don't really think we have to go over it again. We will kind of cap it again at the end, and we'll probably jump on it if people ask. But that's what I see happening for Bitcoin. All right. Nice move for the dollar. Look at this nasty dump for the dollar. And where did it dump to? Everybody? The 200 SMA. How many times are we going to talk about this? It works on the 1-hour. It works on the 4-hour. It works on every single time frame. So we looked at this and we said, man, we can't get back above this resistance. If the dollar breaks above this resistance, no go, right? But the 4-hour yesterday was overbought, and I said, man, can we just get this dump? Look at the bearish divergence too. That got called out on this RSI, and then look at the dump. That's a bearish engulfer. That is that's a good sign for the dollar index. However, the last time we had a black swan event, the dollar dumped with Bitcoin. So they went down together in a tumble. And I was pissed. I don't want to use the word pissed, but I had been correlating the two assets for so long, right? And basically I was longing every time the dollar was going to dump. So when the dollar finally got its huge dump and we didn't get that move, I could not believe it. I was in shock. They kind of changed the whole makeup of the move. 19,000 liquidated there for BOOKMAP as we did reach up into those levels and close those shorts. All right. Shorts are going to get liquidated if the dollar's dumping. That makes perfect sense. This is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down where they began. We should see the dollar at 103.57.7. All right. I just looked at that and it was at 277. That's so funny. It's like I glanced at it and it turned to 77. So that's what we see happening for the dollar right now. This is a great sign for Bitcoin. Yes, we're not getting we should get a huge pump for Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin should be pumping so hard, it should be out of control. Weird that we're a little more sideways than we should be. But I think it's from the digital currency group. I think there's some fear in the market that's got people freaked out. All right. So look here, this rising wedge breaking to the downside for the dollar index. All right. We clearly broke the trend line too as well, which is nice. Let's see us continue to the downside. You look at the 1 minute, you're looking for bear flags that want to drop you. You want to see this continue to the downside in a bear flag. This is what you're watching. Dump City, baby, down to 103.56 to my next level of support and control. All right. So the dollar index taking a nasty dump. This is a good sign. And if you were with my channel and you've been watching me for a long time, we called the top of the dollar right here. This is where I bought my Bitcoin at 19,000 because I felt they were correlated. They'd been correlated the whole time. So I felt like I had found the bottom. Why did I find the bottom? Because it was the bearish divergence was out of control. Like you swung up and you swung down on the 3-day chart. Even there was even bearish divergence on the 2-week chart. And when I saw bearish divergence on the 2-week, I said, my goodness, like I've never seen divergence this big on a bigger time frame. You can even see it on my indicator. It's calling it out right there too as well. This indicator is great. It's stochastics RSI with divs. Go up here and type in RSI and just slap stochastics with divergences. Now, I found my own divergences, but this is nice. It kind of can correlate. Sometimes it correlates to what you're looking at, and every once in a while, it finds a divergence that you were unable to see through the, just through the way it was done. So just something to think about. I like that move there. So this is why we were able to figure out where the dollar was going, and we were able to kind of figure out where, Bitcoin was going to get recovery. And we were trading altcoins this way. Like anytime the dollar dropped, we got some good moves in the altcoins. So when the dollar drops, you tend to get some moves in the altcoins. It's pretty awesome. All right. This brings us to the daily that's about to make a nasty jump. Look at this. It looks like the dollar is going to take a dump. Look at that to the downside. What's weird, it looks like the Bitcoin and the dollar are about to go down together, which is really strange. But that's why we do this every single day, because you cannot rely on yesterday's information. We have to constantly bring in today's information. They keep liquidating the shorts. Another short just got liquidated there up at the top. As you can see that 1 hour, like I said, does look like it wants to pump. The 4 hour also looks like it wants to pump. I wouldn't be surprised if they just liquidate all the shorts, bring us back down, and then dump us hard in that 12-hour time frame. Just be careful thinking you know exactly what's happening. Never tell yourself you know. Just say when I trade, I say I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea where the price is going to go. But what I'm going to do is just believe that that my probabilities are going to be the most correct, right? So look, we went over the 12 hour and we went over how it looked, right? Can't talk about it, but possible to tuck. I want to be able to tuck and tuck, if you know what I'm saying. I want to tuck and tuck, if you know what I mean, but you know what I mean? But it's hard to tuck and tuck. You know what I mean? So, if you have no idea what I'm saying, it's okay. Wow, look at that nasty dump. And we can look at the 1 hour to see how this is going to, if you want to watch the move in real time, look at the smaller time frames. They're going to be able to give you kind of what's happening. The special sauce, so to speak. Okay. Nice move there for the dollar index to the downside. We got to love that. We got to be happy about that. That Gala long just continues to go to the upside as we talked about. Look at that thing flying, wanting to run up. Gala, baby, Gala. And VAI, took the dump. Didn't want to make the move. That's the 1 minute time frame, though. I do not trade the 1 minute. There's people in my trading group that love it. I think it's treacherous. You know what I mean? Look at that move for VAI, though, up to the upside. Whoever took control of VAI, you were in gains, baby, gains. So I saw a lot of people take gains in the trading group today. Super proud of you guys for that. That's awesome. That's weird. What happened to my top label? It disappeared? That's so strange, right? Where did my top label go? Huh. How did that happen? Ah, man, always something. Where did my top label just disappear to? It says it's on. Oh, I moved it. I shifted it with my hand, not knowing what I was doing. Man, thank God I figured it out, though. Okay, so let's keep moving forward. Let's jump on into the super chats. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for jumping on in. Okay. 418 beautiful people on the live stream, 240 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. I feel like they got us capped at 400. Where's this exact 400 group of people? I don't know, the live stream used to go to 600, 500, 800. Lately, it's capped. It's weird. Whatever. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm just going to keep doing what I do. I'm going to beat through this algorithm. How do you work every single day and not beat through the algorithm? Doesn't make any sense. And give people gains. And everyone says that they're learning and they're loving it. I don't understand. Lifer 99 Trading Group 24/7 school for many, but the Lifer Trading Vision course is the foundation for every serious lifer because the language spoken in the 99. Yeah. 400 is our 200 SMA. YouTube shadow banning you. They don't want to see you win. Why? Why are they doing that? I don't understand. They don't want you to succeed, Sam. It's so strange, man. Can we wish a happy birthday for my boy, Shirish? Happy birthday to Shirish. May you have a wonderful day, man. God bless you and yours. Happy birthday! Hey! Thank you for the super chat, man. May God bless you. The Matrix, one click of a button. I know. Got to break that 400. Dude, we had thousands of people on the live. We would never get 260 likes. Like, the likes would be flying right now to 400 or 500. It's just annoying when you're used to something over and over again, and out of nowhere in 1 month, they just flip a switch on you. I find it really, really weird. You just got to hook into your belly button, tuck in the tuck. I know. You just got to hook it into your belly button. You're funny, man. Should stream on Rumble at the same time. Some people are too sensitive and can't take in your sauce or might think you get too preachy. Yeah, you never know. I remember when you hit 1K likes not even that long ago. Yep. We just have to roll with it, lifer. They are the ones missing out, brother. You are the GOAT. Crypto is not popular right now. Alexis Diaz. Hey, that's a good sign. If you're in it when it's not popular, you're destined to become a multimillionaire. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but it's kind of the way, right? That's kind of the way. Opinion about XRP. Thoughts on pulling a retrace? You know what I do say, though? May God bless the 447 people that I do have. I remember when I used to have 100 people watching me. So, like, I'm so blessed that I have 400 people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to look at the positives and just look at the I'm not going to be negative about anything. I'm going to say, you know what, Sam? There was a time when nobody even would click on you. So, you got to remember, stay humble, take a deep breath. You're funny. Keep up the grind, man. It'll come back during the bull. Bear market lifer, and you still got 400. That will 10x in the bull run. Shout out to DK, man. I love you, brother. You're the best, man. Gari. This thing bumped nicely out the move. Gari was in a tight channel for the upside. Look at that. Just perfect move. Tight moving averages. MACD, lack of bearish momentum. Oversold stochastic, 1 hour spike to the upside. It gets you going. These indicators teach you what's about to happen. I'm telling you right now, if you really hone in, it's going to blow your mind. EFX continuing to go to the upside. Shout out to my man for the big gain. Boom. Boom. I tell you, man, my elite is really stepping it up. You're giving me more time with my kids, man. Like, I'll wake up, I'll scan the market, I'll see 10 hot coins. You guys will have 4 or 5 of them. I'll put out my 4. And unreal. Like, you guys have been unbelievable. Thank you so much for the love. Like, strongest group of elites I've had in a long time. I used to have elites come and then they'd be good for a couple of while and then they disappear. You guys are freaking rocking it. Like, I'm so proud of my group, man. I'm so proud of my group. I love each and every one of you with all my heart. May God bless you all. EFX for the win, man. And again, nice work, Dave. You've been, like, Dave, I've been really seeing, like, you always were on the grind. I don't want to put down your old grind. But, man, like, your dedication, your focus, and your key insight. Remember, no trade can be 100%, and that Bitcoin can ruin even the best setups. So give yourself a break. Focus, and remember, as long as you learn something from every trade, then you made gains. Much love and respect. Trade smart, DK. I mean, that's sick. Like, what a cool way. That's amazing. Like, what a great way to get someone involved. What a great way to bring people in. Boom. And then what we do is we don't just leave you the trade. We then show you smaller time frame flags, how you can maybe, because we don't want to just dangle big green candles in your face and like, look at this. We don't do that in the group. We say, look at that. But then I say, hey, if you really want to find another move, like, look, this was pumping. It already was pumping. An hour ago, this flag was the move, and then this flag broke to the upside. And there was your gain again. Scalping that 5 minute for a quick, look at that, 14%. Even if you got 4, 5, 6, that's 15 minutes quick of 12% fast. We teach you this in the trading group. We don't teach you to trade, to jump onto red candles. We don't teach you to buy breakouts, none of that stuff. We teach you the special sauce. We show you what we're looking at. We break it down. and then we give you the ability to teach yourself. That's the key. That's what the trading group really does. All right. How many people have never seen the live stream before? Your team is great. How many people have never seen this live stream before? Any new people here on the live? I want to see how many new people here on the live. How many people have never seen the Crypto Lifer before? They heard about me. They jumped on it today. They just want to know what's going on. They want to see what's up with the crew. All right. Let me know. Hey, Lifer, I want a Link 3L trade and then lost the 3S. But I'm pretty sure because I got antsy and was too impatient. I'm still a beginner and I'm still learning to be patient. Any advice? I mean, one at a time. Why did you open 2 trades? Open 1 trade at a time. You know, again, I can't give you advice. I can't give you financial advice. You know what I mean? So don't ask for advice, any advice. See, you're baiting me, man. You can't bait me. I will never give you financial advice. I'll never tell you what to do with your money. I will teach you the probabilities, and you got to learn them. You know, my friend sent me a video about you in IG, and I told him you were good. Thank you. Peter Griffin here, and I watch Crypto Lifer. You're funny. Let's go, Big Lifer. My first time today. Shout out to... Oh, come on. Why are you doing that? This is my first time today. Damn, see, there you go. So no new lifers here today. See, that's the thing. We're not getting any YouTube break. So any new people here that have never seen the stream, been watching you for the last 2 weeks and learned so much and gained confidence in my own abilities every stream. I'm going to join the trading group this weekend. Shout out to Avid Davison. You're the man, dude. God bless you. Love you, Sammy. Shout out to Gina Bombina in the house. Shout out to Love Learning. Shout out to every in the crew. We're so glad you're here. Shout out to @PostEverything. Shout out to everybody. Trolls. So we have one person. So nobody has never seen the live stream before. No new people in the live. See? Not one person that had never seen the live before. See, we need new people. We need new blood. Change the world. Funny. We came, we saw, we stayed. It's like quantum observative effect. We got new people if we look for new people. Just keep doing what we do best. No, for real, this is my first time today watching the live stream. We're faithful here. Really? Why you keep messing with me? I've seen you on the live hundreds of times in my life. How could I even be that gullible to even listen? I watched this earlier today. It looked like it was going to make a move. 7 minute looked scrumptious for whatever reason. Even the 1 hour looked like it was going to bump. It did too. I didn't put it out to the trading group. I was just watching these tight moving averages in the tightness, and it bounced up quickly to the upside. Jupe, SRP. Sony, this is the one that guy was looking at, remember? That he was talking about. He fracked in protocol. What was that? Or FXS? Is that what it was? No. Wow. Let's take a look at ES1. The S&P futures, which were pumping earlier this morning nicely. Look at that jettison move to the upside. And again, what I liked about it was if you look at the 4 hour, right? You could see bounce. I mean, this trend was really holding really nicely. Looked like this could make a move to the upside. Now the 4 hour has legs. This says you can make a move. Looks like the dollar index is going to dump. 4 hours going to pump. And honestly, this could just pull Bitcoin up to that 18,500 area. And we'd get our move back to the upside. It's interesting. Bitcoin's battling 18,000, 16,008, and it's still holding there. It liquidated the shorts, but it's dancing. It's dancing right now. It liquidated the shorts, but it's dancing. You see that? Dancing around. Flat. They filled that order right there. They got filled. 16,009. And now you see way more liquidity down here. Looks like they're going to come on down and fill these orders down here at 16,500. That's just what it's looking like. All right. Shout out to everybody here. Amazing. WD40. Let the negative people be them and let the positive people be them. Everyone is on their own journey, and most negative individuals don't want to be negative. They just need positive vibes to lift them. I agree with you, man. Gary, you fired. Bullish breakout, short resistance. Get paid. There you go. Yes, it's stable coins. Pinch, poke. You owe me a cone. What? I don't know what he's saying. Gary is for the people, by the people. You're funny, man. Shout out to Gary, man. So crazy. Gary is greater than Gina. You're so silly. What the? 408 people watching, only 372 likes. Can we get the likes up to the lifer watchers? High frequency. It's free. Shout out to Isha Capital. Love learning. Gina Bombina and everybody here on the live. 17K. Here we come. You're funny, man. I like people that just like say whatever they want. They're so silly, man. But the S&P does look like we could get a pull to the upside. I like what we're seeing for the S&P today. Looks like by Saturday we could get a little move here for Bitcoin. Even though but I had to show you that 12-hour does not look amazing. And we get to talk about gains every single day. It's amazing we get to come to the live stream and show gains every day. I find it unreal. FCON in the bowl, right? Rounded bottoms pay the bills, right? Remember, price likes to jump up to the 200 SMA when the moving averages get tight. We've seen it many, many times. This is just an anomaly that I've watched so many times in my life. Do we get this push to the upside on FCON? Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but there's a chance here. 89% gains. That could work. I would watch this. Even if I didn't trade this, I would watch this and backtest it. What you can do here is we can put an alert here. And even if if I completely forgot about this thing, if price action hits these alerts, it's going to show me, and then I can be like, wow, that did happen. You don't have to. Everyone's like, oh, I don't have the time. I'm like, if you use alerts and focus, you can be like, all right, I'm setting this here. I'm walking away. If this hits, then I can learn from it. And if you set a bunch of, so you don't have to watch it, you just have to observe it. Meaning, if you came back a week later and this happened, and then you set 10 of these, then after 10 times, and then you see this again, you may be able to, you'd be more confident to trade it, wouldn't you? So you backtest ideas till they happen so many times that you just believe that there's a chance that you could win. You begin to build the story in your brain by using the probabilities that you start to observe. Does that make sense? Pretty nuts, but I hope that makes sense. All right. Thank you for making me smile and chuckle every morning. You rock, Samuel J. Price. God bless you and your family. Shout out to Real Meta Crypto. God bless you and your family, man. Thank you so much for the love. That's awesome. Shout out to the 321 people on the like button. That's amazing. You people are rocking it out. Rocking it out. So FCON, could it make that move? Tight moving averages up to the 200 SMA. Something that I look at a lot. Definitely observe this. Watch this. You don't even have to trade it. Just watch it. Begin to learn the information. Just like David said. It's not even about winning every trade. It's about you're new. You got to understand these concepts. You got to learn. It's going to take some time for your subconscious mind to put all this into play. Okay? It's not going to be just easy one, bing, bing, bing. You know, it's going to take time. If you think you're going to get it in one day, you're going to hurt yourself because you're going to be beating yourself up along the way. Let's take a look at Ocean Protocol. Ocean, baby, Ocean. Ocean in a tight channel. It boosted out of this cup and handle to the upside. It broke out clear as day, right? Does it come back down for the retest? So now you're looking for a retest here. That's what you're looking for. A breakdown or some type of flag. Could it break back inside the pattern? It could. I wanted the 4-hour to reset, and I wanted the sweet entry right there, but it didn't get it. It broke out. Ocean looks like it could continue to the upside. However, when Ocean pumps, it doesn't pump a lot. You know, like the gains, you could get 19% gains here. So I'd watch a flag on the 7, 15, you know, see what happens. And if this can flag on out, I'd look for maybe a retest or something like that for a continuation move to the upside. But that's what I look for Ocean. Then you want to look at your daily time frame. You're getting a little spent on the daily, telling you that, okay, you had your moves. Ocean had its nice pump off the cup and handle. Could be time to take some profito, you know. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but that 22 hours very oversold. You're getting high there. You even have a little bit, look, swing up to swing up. You got some bearish divergence here. That swings up, but this swings down on the RSI. That tells you that it may be a good time to nibble. I'd be taking a little profits off that, but it's up to you. You do whatever makes you happy. NEER with 2 E's actually looks like it's about to make a huge move here. Already broke out on the 22-hour time frame out of this flag. Bit of a cup and handy. Savvy cup and handy to the upside for NEER with an E, not NEER with an A, right? So check it out. Sammy cup and handy to the upside. Look at that. With a nice move here all the way. And these type moving averages jettison back up to the 22 moving average. See how much money you can make if you figure out this concept? Tight moving averages up to the 200 SMA. If you don't trade this, at least learn it. In the next 2-3 weeks, you should be able to observe these and see if they play out. You know? Observe these ideas. I'm attempting to teach you concepts you can use again in your life. Everyone wants a signal handed to them. Buy this. It's not like that. I'm trying to, for instance, it's like target practice. People want it in their hand, ready to go, and they're just going to hit the target. No, like you have to come, show up, get your piece, start working on it, and get better at it. Like, or your bow and arrow, whatever you're using. You know what I mean? I'm trying to show you how to pull that bow and arrow back. I'm trying to show you how to make that arrow. I'm trying to show you so you can then go get your own meat. All right? This is a coin that likes to pump a lot. We used to play it constantly, cat. Remember? Till it took its huge beat to the ground. Actually pumping back to the upside, cat on the radar. I'm going to look at NEER with an A, though. We just did NEER with an E. We want to look at NEER with an A. This thing likes to pump. And look at it. It's in a beautiful flag here. Could get a bit of a move here to the upside, too, for NEER protocol. I will tell you one thing. It looks like BlackRock and big institutions are trying to want to take over crypto. So because of that, it seems to me that they are buying a lot of Bitcoin because they want to control the hash rate. This could at least give us a little bit of a hope rally and change kind of the general movement of Bitcoin for now. Big money coming in. All right. Look at this. You got to wait out the 1 hour. The 1 hour doesn't look amazing. It says it could go flat a little bit, but look at this 4 hour time frame. This looks like a huge move is coming. You're on the 200 SMA. The 21 is flipping it. This looks like a nice scalp on NEER protocol. I mean, look at the size of that. Look at the size of the measured move. That looks juicy on the 4 hour. That looks good to me. So I see some money out here today. I see opportunity. I really do. I really do. My mind sees it. If it exists, then it's there. There's opportunity in the market every single day of the week, baby. Yeah, it's funny. Died. DXY died. That was funny, right? Bringing this up. We wanted that thing to fall to the downside so bad. Couldn't take it anymore, right? It's like, come on now. How are you going to do this to us? So NEER looks absolutely beautiful for a move. Waiting on the 1 hour, but that looks scrumptious. I like what I'm seeing for NEER here. It looked like they came and got all the stops. Hung out down here. We got off the point of control. About to battle this one. Can we get to the volume area high? It looks like we will. So NEER looks interesting to me for a move. Everyone wants to know about MATIC. MATIC was in that flag. Gave it all back. But look at the 4 hour assuming a new place. So look. You got that shoulder, head, and a right shoulder, kind of like Bitcoin. I mean, you got the symmetrical triangle technically here. So look at this is what you see happening for MATIC. And even if MATIC doesn't do anything amazing, it could even just pattern trade itself back to the upside. You got a bit of a cup and handle here for MATIC that I just saw. I didn't see it before. Sammy cup and handy for MATIC to the upside. Looks like you're only getting, what, 10, 20%? 7, yeah, 8. Nothing huge. But MATIC does look like a good bit of a move. Play the 3L token and be able to get 20% out of that move. 3L and 3S's are on KUCOIN. KUCOIN is amazing with their 3L and 3S tokens. I love them. And we'll take a look at AGIX. Again, I talked about the artificial intelligence making a bit of a move here. Artificial intelligence is the one. All right? It's happening. All right? Dollar dumping. We should get way more move. Flux tweeting some alpha. I do like Flux in the longer time frame. But, I mean, thank you, Rainier. Shout out to Rainier holding me down every single time, man. You're the man. I like the 4 hour a lot. It's like my favorite time frame to trade, really. Been strong. Been a strong time frame for a move here. Let's take a look at AGIX and take a look at what I was looking at there and what kind of came across my radar. Singularity.net. Look at that move to the upside. AGIX for a beautiful move. Tight moving averages, tight in the wedge. I talked about this. 80%. I went over it till I was blue in the face. I liked what I saw on the daily. I liked what I saw on the 22. Really was trading that 22, baby. And what did we end up getting so far out of that pump? 16% gains out of AGIX for the gain. Honestly, above, if it can get above this point of control, which it looks like it may, if I zoom in here, and then continue to the upside, this looks like there's more gas. I mean, 22 hours a little spent. 3 days push it down. Maybe just a spike, but that's still stop loss to break even at this point. See how much you can get. Me personally, I like to take that 16% and run, but you do whatever makes you happy. I like to sell early, man. Shout out to AGIX for the gain. AGIX for the gain. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. And you can see here, watching AGIX, I put it out on 1-4. This is what you get in my trading group. Anything that I see that I believe is highly likely, I'm going to put on your radar. So at 3:35 p.m., this thing, look, tight moving averages. Tight in the wedge, pushing up on the 22. MACD had lack of bearish momentum. RSI was pointing up. You had gotten down to your volume area low. You'd already touched it. So you're going to build your way back up slowly but surely. Head to this area. 83% gains, starting the move. AGIX, right? Before and after, right? Oh, yeah, and I can do this. This is not what you think it is. This is a microphone, all right? This is just a microphone, all right? It's called a shotgun microphone, though. I will tell you that, which is funny, right? It is just a microphone. Really good microphone for supercardioid, right? But what I do is I put it on the screen right at the apex of the actual move. Right there. Like I put it on this screen and then I bring this down to it. And what I love to do is do the before and afters. So it's like before. Oh, let me get it perfect. It's kind of funny, but and after. So you're like before and boom. No stop loss got hit in the making of this trade. I've said that thousands of times in this live stream. Thousands of times. Like it's insane. And because we use tight moving averages, we use the 200 SMA. We understand where the averages are bottomed out. Simple probability that we use. Okay, point of control 2, we got above it, we're gone. See that point of control right there, that red line? It all played out exactly as I teach. Actually went all the way up for 29% gains in total for the move for AGIX to the upside. So, Sean, if you could grab the old post, just search for it, and then I'll slap this new post for you, right? That's all we need to do, right? And we can get that up and running. Shout out to my team. Shout out to my before and after crew. Appreciate you. AGIX, 28% in total. Okay. Boom. Things keep moving for us as the lifers. Can't believe it. Shout out to all my lifers out here. Look at Reap in a cup and handle here. I mean, that's a cup and handle, is it not? The cup and handle allows you to get bold at the bottom. And what's funny is this also coincides with my idea that when the moving averages get tight, we jettison back up to the 200 SMA. So it would make sense that we could... Do they have a dotted line? I love that like dotted line feel. All right. I'm just going to piecemeal it like... But that's the idea, is this will trip to that. I'm looking at this too. This is another one. And now they're not, the stochastics aren't perfect in our favor, but the 22 looks pretty nice. That 22 looked just above the 200. Look how much different the daily and the 22 SMA changed. That's really interesting. That's very, very strange. But the daily could just flip back up and have a move. Definitely watching this. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Little more, I want you to be more experimental this weekend with this tight moving average movement back up to the 200 SMA. I put 3 of them for you to observe in the trading group because I want you to understand this concept and be able to use it later on, but you won't unless you see it over and over again. Can price move up to the 200 SMA? That's what we want. That's the concept I'm teaching today. Today I focus on that concept. Tomorrow I'll focus on another one. You know what I mean? And you can slowly begin to build your picture of what's happening. All right. Let's take a look at the total market cap. Big areas that we needed to get above. Did we get above them? That's crucial. Remember, 777. Where are we again? 777s. How many times have we been at 777s now? Wasn't 777 a substantial number the last few weeks, the last few months? And it's weird. We're now at 77. I wouldn't be surprised if we go all sevens, 6 sevens, or 5 sevens. We're at 4 sevens right now, 77.767. That was insane, right? Only one digit wasn't a 7 at that point. If you see what I mean here at the total market cap. So 777 to the total market cap. Unreal. So let's take a look here. Oof. Total market cap looks spent on the daily. See, I'm getting mixed signals in the market because I have some hopium, things that look cool, but then it's like, let's look at our small time frame first. Bear with me. I know it looks messy. Just bear with me for a second. So we were in the rising wedge, 68% chance that it broke to the downside. We went over this idea, and we did break to the downside. Can't even say we just had these two to touch. And in my mind, it was the bearish retest there. Come for the bearish retest, dump. We got bought back up with the dollar dumping. Now, this is strange because the market cap is getting extended on the daily. 3 days says we could get a big move. So this could be one of the times where the daily actually stays high and we continue to pump. I've seen that. It's a very rare scenario. Happens once every blue moon. You know what I mean? It's like random. I'm just going to delete everything again and start fresh. It's just like how I am. I just get annoyed with all the lines, and it's just like, it's too much for me. So look, we have this big resistance at $829 billion. All right. We have this big resistance right now. We're at big boy resistance, which is this zone where we've wicked into before, and we're kind of wicking in again. Right here. See this? Like, bounced, resistance, resistance, resistance. We got to make this move out of here. We have this idea that we could be forming some type of triangle. We could come back to this trend line. It's a concept idea here. Again, could be a bear flag that breaks us to the downside. Daily is just not showing huge signs. But again, what if we just triple bottom here? And we do a huge double bottom? That could happen. So right now, we got to get back above $777 billion. Like, that's our big resistance area. And can we tackle 793? See, 793 is the area. And then can we get back up? Remember, we kept talking about the $800 billion level? Remember how much I kept saying it was so important that we get back above 800 billion? It was this level right here. Because you had the resistance right above that 792. So here's the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency on the daily time frame. I could show you so much more, but at the end of the day, it's like we got to get back above 831 and then we can change our tune, right? We fell down through this area really fast. So we're attempting to find a support region. Our next stop, really, look, is 562. There's nothing stopping us from dropping here. There's nothing. There's no consolidation. And when you move up really fast, you usually move down really fast. So I have to be honest, as just a trader, you lose this level. I mean, you fall all the way down here fast. Like, that shows me that we're just like, we're going to liquidate. Like, show me the charts and then show you the news. They're showing me the idea that we're going to liquidate a lot of people fast. Also, this is a falling wedge, right? Falling wedges break down, the base of the triangle, really. And they fall fast and furiously. That also gives you the idea that we could make a tumble if this decides to not hold that level. So I just want to show you how close we are to a nasty, nasty drop. And this is just basic technical analysis. When price action goes up really fast, it goes down really fast. You have no support or resistance right here to hold you. We're in limbo right now. Like, the only thing that's keeping us up is the people that bought it up in the S&P and the other outliers. Bitcoin itself has no, the total market cap for crypto has no real basis for why it's stopping here. In my mind, a notch maybe, there's no consolidation here. That worries me. And as the daily gets a little high, it gets me kind of thinking, not the best sign. Let's look at the weekly chart for the total market cap. It's super low, telling you these are the greatest times to get in. So even if we do take that drop, we go down low, I mean, that's going to be a huge buy for Bitcoin, in my humble opinion. We also lost this high volume node. You usually come down to the next one, which is sitting at $330 billion. Do we lose $400 billion out of the market? $440 billion? Like, does that just... I'm just showing you the charts. I'm not telling you I know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no clue. The second I do tell you I know what's going to happen, I'm wrong because I'm not going to be able to read the charts properly. Because now my brain's going to tell me that my brain's smarter than the charts, and I'm going to miss out on what the probability was teaching me. And we can't afford that loss. We just can't. So we got to get back above the zone here, 775 to remain bullish. Otherwise, we're headed to the downside. We could have a major short and make a bunch of money on this short too. This could pay us. So don't get, I mean, I should be scared. I mean, that's good money to be made right there. That would be a nice move to the downside. So if Bitcoin can't double bottom, I mean, the total market cap can't hold 777, really 745 was the last line of defense here, 745. You're looking for a major move to the downside. A major move to the downside. Daily and the 22-hour don't look absolutely amazing. 4 hours pushing to the upside. 5 days looking okay. 10-day chart says we're going to get a huge move. Last day, the 10-day chart said we were going to get a dump. It took like we were here, remember? I don't even remember. We were overbought on the stochastics. Started the nasty dump. That little turn was a dump. This turn was nasty. We're down here, though. Little bit of a pump there. Little bit of a pump there. Can we get the move on the 10-day? Right now, we got to deal with the 12-hour. 12 hours says we're going down, and we're going down hard. All right? You're in a bear flag that wants to drop. I showed you the areas that we lose and where we're going to go. So I gave you all the information that you need to succeed. You deal with it how you will. All right? U.S. tethered dominance wanted to push up on the 12-hour. It's kind of what you want to see if you believe that we're going to make this move. We're forming this now. Be precise. Don't play games. And there's your measured move here for the tether dominance. And this could make a huge move to the upside if Bitcoin takes a dump too. So tether dominance also looking like a big move coming. I'll tell you what right now, this is, again, I watched that 1 hour and the 4 hour and things could change. I'm open-minded. Probability is not looking good for Bitcoin right now. Just not. I have to be honest. Okay. Just like I called that S&P reversal months ago, I said the same kind of thing. I was going on the same parameters. You have lack of bearish momentum. You have pushing up to the upside. 12 hours oversold. You could roll over and get a dump. I'd want to see this trend line break and have us, we are resistance, so it's cool. We have some resistance here at this zone, which is 99. Yeah, 9.08. You're at 852. So you want to see this trend line break and drop to the downside. I'll get rid of this. Oh, that's even a bigger, look at the bigger symmetrical triangle I got drawn too. Interesting. So I got two patterns, one pattern inside the pattern. That doesn't bode well for Bitcoin. Doesn't even, what's weird is the DXY is just continuing to dump, right? But it's not giving us the move on Bitcoin that we wanted, which is really sad. We're supposed to get the dollar dumps like that. We should be at 19,000, 18.5. This is looking to roll over as you don't see any really strong, a little bit of divergence there on the dollar index, but it seems to be rolling over. It doesn't seem to be helping the cause. Bear flag wants to continue to the downside. We'll watch this closely. Wow, what a day. Fridays, baby, Fridays. I love Fridays. Shout out to 367 people on the live. What's your name in the 99? Welcome to the 99 Trading Group family. What is your name in the 99? Peak trend lines of 2022 have been broken through. Tested support, moving on. Timing for FTX wasn't great, but hopes for turning bullish sentiment. Peak trend lines of 22 have been broken through. Tested support, moving on. Timing for FTX wasn't great for turning a bullish sentiment. No, not at all. ZCX, Sol, and One Earth. One Earth, I'm keeping in the trading group, and we already went over it. It looks amazing. It's super tight. If you're in my trading group, you'll see One Earth. Really not much to talk about One Earth, and I just don't want to give it away on the live stream tonight. So I'm sorry about not doing One Earth. But if you're in my trading group, I already have it, and I've been talking about it for weeks. And honestly, if you want to see One Earth, you can go back to all my other live streams. But I think it's the most highly likely trade of the next 4 or 5 days. It's the most probable trade, in my humble opinion. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever makes you happy. I see why you like ZCX. This person you're bringing up, this flag here for Horizon. Isn't this Unison? Yeah, Unison. 1 hour does want to push to the upside. I like the flag that you're in. We'll pull a Fibonacci on this as well from this bottom to this top. You came back down to the 618 Fibonacci level and bounce, golden pocket bounce right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. This has legs. You want to look at your 4 hour time frame. Ready to rock. This looks like it's ready to go. I like what we're doing here. I like what I'm picking up what you're putting down. We have a major support line that we're coming back to hit. Strong support. This thing can make some gains. I like what I'm seeing for this. Based on the technical analysis. I don't own any of this. I don't know anyone that does. I'm not like, no one paid me to talk about this. I just want to make that clear. I'm just a TA guy. I just go over what I see in the TA. Really easy. MACD about to turn. Falling volume with falling price. You have the RSI falling down. This looks like you could make some gains. ZCX looks absolutely amazing to me. Getting ready for a possible move. Thank you for the super chat. You're awesome and on point. What I love is people learn my sauce. They understand it. They put my sauce in a coin. Then they super chat that coin. So then the live stream becomes a place where you're going to find amazing setups, even from the super chats alone. So it's unreal. People think I'm teaching people on the super chats. The other way around. People are teaching me on the super chats. Right? Unbelievable. So cool. Hey, Sam, when you have time to see if Mask is messing with me or did I break out on the 4 hour? Thank you. Send in a super chat, man. Come on. Do the right thing. Don't ask for free. That's how this channel works. It's $1.99. It's not a lot of money. And it helps what you do is you help other people that are new to the channel do the right thing. So if you've been on my channel a long time and you try to ask for a free super chat, it's kind of like, plus I got to do Solana now. I want to do it for free. Trust me. And I give you so much in the trading group. This is just the show has a thing about it that I'm trying to keep. It's like an OCD thing. Wow, Solana looks like it's going to blast on the 4 hour too. The market looks bullish. It's weird. Bitcoin, I'm seeing some bearish things, but the market looks bullish. I mean, we have oversold stochastics like that and beautiful flags. There's just high probability of a move. Solana's been pumping back to the upside recently. 36% gains coming out of Solana. This says it may happen. I would definitely watch this flag. Maybe it's almost like it broke out of the channel that it was in. Ugly channel, man. Jesus. Almost have to use this as my channel. Say that it broke out, broke back in. Makes more sense because you gotta have more touches to get your trend line. You can't just throw a trend line in the air, Done, boss. Look at this guy. He throws the 20 beans. You're hilarious, man. You're funny, man. I challenge you, and you met the challenge. You're like, oh, you want to call me cheap, huh? No, I'm just joking. I wasn't saying that. Shout out to Boosted Frequency. Thank you so much for the love. Let me take a look at what you're asking about here. Hey, Sam, when you have time, let's see if Mask is messing with me, or did it break out on the 4 hour try? Thank you. Or is that thank you or 4 hour try? All right, let's take a look at Mask for you in a second here. Solana looks like it could make a bit of a gain. It gets above this point of control. It's going to fly. Solana. Market looks pretty interesting today on a Friday afternoon. I have to be honest. You never know what you're going to see. That's why the live stream is different every single time. A bunch of different things look absolutely amazing today. So interesting. I didn't expect it at all. At all. Solana USDT. 4 hour looks juicy as well to me. Solana. AGIX hitting them. EFX hitting them. The moves coming in. The gains, baby, gains. Look at that. Today alone, 29% on AGIX, 24% on EFX, 27% on VI. And we hit VI again January 4th. We hit VI again today and January 6th again. So we could add VI to the list. You could send VI, RNDR, to Shano. Shano. So Solana looks like a bit of a move here. The bigger time frames, getting a little spent. Daily says you're really beat to the ground. 22 hours says you're getting rejected at resistance. Says that this 4 hour won't play out. So anything is possible. Let's see what happens. You are at major resistance. Let's see if the 4 hour can break sauce. 22 hours says no. You're not. It's not happening. So let's take a look at Mask on the 4 hour time frame. Shout out to Boosted. Appreciate you for the love. Shout out to the $44 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievable. Thank you for the love. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So mask, let's take a look here. We'll double click. We'll just look at price action alone. Mask did break out of this bigger falling wedge that we have drawn for sure, right? Without a doubt. Hold on. Hard to tell. It's funny, it's in the flag that everything is in this flag. So hold on, let's go to the daily time frame. Remember, we hit mask for huge gains. We ran that thing up. And then we were waiting on that retracement. I had mask in this. And it was like that it was going to break out, but a little breakout, faked out though after the move. First thing I do is I look at a big time frame. I want to see all the price action. I want the whole world in my hands, if you know what I mean. Like, I want to see this thing. Clearly, look, previous support becomes new resistance. You're at a resistance because you were at support. You pull a Fibonacci to see what levels you've been bouncing off of, ping-ponging around here. You're bouncing off the 786. It's a pretty good, substantial time frame. To me, you're still in the falling wedge. Have not broken out now when I'm clearly looking at this. But the retracement is clean. Can you check out Render, please? Yes, for sure. Thank you for the super chat. God bless you and yours. Shout out to Louis Mez. Anybody new here on the channel? Anyone never seen me before in their life? Never seen me. Never seen the Crypto Lifer? Let me know. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for joining me. So, falling wedges break up 68% of the time. There's a 68% chance. You kind of have a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, though, that looks ugly. But you're pretty beat to the ground. You pumped up. You got sold off pretty nicely. Could you go lower? Anything is possible. You have to remember that. Always have a stop loss. Never say you're guaranteeing it. Now, the daily looks overbought to me, which is not a huge sign. The 12-hour looks beat. The only time frame that we like right now is the 4-hour time frame, which when the bigger time frames are against you, it's not amazing. We're going to zoom in now, so you got to remember this idea. We are bouncing off of 786, which means we could get a move. We are showing that shoulder, head, and the right shoulder. Same thing for Bitcoin that we're watching. You can see how Bitcoin is pushed through almost every single coin here. Like, you get the shadow of Bitcoin pushed into the price action. You get this falling wedge that breaks to the upside. Boom. And that could bring us up. The 4-hour does want to push mask up to $2.73. It's a breakout technically on this little flag. This cup and handle is a cup and handle. There's your cup. There's your handle. Thank you. Shout out to Sun Chips for the $10 super chat. May God bless you and yours, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's so nice of you just to send $10. Say thank you. God bless you. Thank you. And here is some more for my bad behavior. Oh, come on, man. You didn't have bad behavior. You're the man, dude. God bless you. Thank you for the $10 super chat. May God bless you, man. Now I feel you're going to make me feel guilty. Thank you so much for the love. I greatly appreciate it. So sweet. Shout out to Gina Bombina. The trading ecosystem is immaculate. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Well, what do you mean? The trading group has a lot of excellent traders. It's not just Sam and 5 dudes doing calls. There's discussions about new products in the market, bouncing ideas between each other, and much more. The trading group ecosystem is immaculate. Thank you for saying that. I know we're all joking. It's all good. Shout out to Boosted Frequency. Hey, man. We're all joking, but you're sending me the love, man. So thank you so much. That's so nice of you. And another super chat just popped in there. Thank you so much. Let's watch the balls in the jar. Oh, it was explosive. It was explosive. It was absolutely explosive. Unbelievable. What a move. I love seeing that. I just like when the balls bounce around. I like when you guys move my balls around. Dude, Boosted, you are the man. Shout out to Kevin Baker. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Super chats, Render. What did I do? Shout out to Gina Bombina. You didn't do any. You were just you, baby. You were just doing you. That's what everybody loves, Gina, when you're yourself. 18% gains coming out of mask, possibly on the 4-hour time frame. We see cup and handles absolutely everywhere. 22-hour is high. Has me kind of wondering what's up with this market. Four hours are looking bullish everywhere. don't get too excited. The 22 hours are extended. So I mean, but the thing is, they look really, really aggressive. Like, I can tell when the move looks aggressive, and a lot of these moves look aggressive. Like, something's coming. And that dollar dumping like that, I don't see how that wouldn't propel people into the altcoins. 4 hours are looking bullish all over, but the 22 hours are overbought and extended. Trade away, but always use a stop loss. You know what I mean? There's no guarantees here. Let's take a look at Render. And was it Render token that is gone off? Let's take a look. I'm going to look at my bigger chart. The first thing I do is look at a big chart. Big price action, right? MACD looks, the stochastics RSI, the MACD, they all look really good in the 3-day chart, suggesting that the 3-day chart is going to get some type of move here. Funny, we broke out, we broke back in. It was like a fake out breakout. We're back in this falling wedge. It's interesting. I've played this before. I call it an elongated cup and handle because the right handle is just like pulled. But it still has cup and handle feels. It almost broke out. Like, this was a cup and handle that actually already broke out. Boom, right? Length of this wick to wick is how I get my cup and handle movements. And that's why we were so explosive. Look at that cup and handle blasting. I've never really done that after we broke back in. But the 3-day chart suggests that this will bounce again. I mean, look at it. So the 3-day chart, 141%. And it's funny, I progress, so the trading group will definitely progress. A year from now, I wonder how much more resources it will have. It's every 4 or 5 months, what you pay for gets enhanced. It's like a car that the engine keeps getting better. Imagine if you bought a car and every 4 months you brought it in and they made the engine even better than it was when you bought it. But you didn't have to pay any more. You still paid exactly the same. So you're leasing a car, you're paying $100 a month, and every single couple of months, the car had more features. But the price didn't go up. That's what my trading group is about. So don't miss out. Just staying here, you're going to get more features, more information. We're going to add more resources to keep you going. All right? So don't worry, man and women. Stay focused. We got you at hello. Falling volume with falling price. This 3-day chart does say that Render could get a bit of a move here. I would watch Render on the 3-day chart only. Try to find a good position or a move in on the daily or the 22-hour. A lot of my 3-day charts take about 9 to 12 days to play out, and people completely forget about them. And then next thing you know, I'm posting, I'm like, look, there it is. Like, I give you midterm holds, long-term holds. It will give you more midterm holds when the market's better. But, we position ourselves in a place to give you the most information possible. Okay? Getting into the group early is like getting into Bitcoin early. Shout out to Jamie Zeno, my man. Legit. Sounds like a shill. It is, though. Sam, is a W forming on the wedge? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, here on Render? Possibly. Yeah. Bit of an idea there. And you want to look for bullish divergence, which you do have, too. You have the 3-day pushing up, but the price action pushing down. I mean, that's a good sign. You even have divergence on my indicator. Lack of bearish momentum. Falling volume with falling price. Says Render. I mean, you'd be calling an absolute bottom here. This is very sketch. There's a big chance that Render makes a pretty big move here, though. You'll have to be patient, and it will take some time. All right. Remember, we were trading Band the last few days. Band. Did Band make its move? No, it did not. I put out Band in this tight channel on the 3-day chart. Band's another one on this 3-day. Well, let's delete and rework. But Band's another one on this 3-day chart, looking somewhat scrumptious to me. Similar kind of a move here, but the handle, the cup isn't the same. You get above the point of control and you're gone. Band on the 3-day. So maybe some sideways behavior. The dollar dumps so hard. I mean, this is going to be really good for the altcoins. You have to remember, if they dump the dollar so bad that no one knows where to go, The stock market's too correlated to the dollar. You get it? And so people are going to be forced to get into altcoins because altcoins are correlated to Bitcoin. And Bitcoin goes up when they print too much money. So we may get saved here. There's like a little bit of a window here where our asset class isn't like everybody else's. And that's why I've been in Bitcoin for so long. That's why I use it as a speculative hedge, because when everything else is kind of going the other way, Bitcoin will be your savior. It's shown to, that's why it came out in 2008. Everything was dumping, but something came out that people paid attention to. It had more prowess. It had more, like people liked it. They were like, what is this Bitcoin thing? It began to change the way people looked at the markets. It became a new asset class for people to dive into. A lot of people are just realizing how they can use Bitcoin against other assets. For instance, it's been flat recently while the stock market has taken a beat down. Bitcoin has not dropped as bad as the stock market in total, really. $22 trillion was wiped out in 2022. No coincidence. 2022 to 22, right? Band protocol, 3-day chart. So, again, we filled the show. Unbelievable time to be alive. Didn't see any like major gains, right? A lot of times, like XYO the other day was unreal, right? It's a bullish engulfer, man. Do we get that? Look at that. That thing plowing out of the flag to the upside. Look at that. And that's like making another little flag. Honestly, look at this. And recycle. Use your old trend lines. So you don't have all these old, trend lines all over the ocean. Recycle your trend lines. Use them again and again. Don't just throw them out. I'm bugging out, right? Recycle your trend lines. Who actually believed that for a split second? Then was like, wait, what is he saying? He's out of his mind. 10% possibly coming out of this move here. Look at the 7-minute scalper. It could happen. VAI ripped back inside the pattern. This thing is kind of showing some interesting signs. Like, does it bounce back up and down again? It's not over yet, baby. It's not over yet. VAI really beginning to show signs of maybe possibly more coming. And doesn't the daily look absolutely amazing? It does. So it would behoove you. Wow, look at that move, man. We nailed it. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder there too. It's chunky. You'll see it in a smaller time frame. Wow. If I was new, I would love this group. I would love this trading group. I'd be like, man, this place is the place to be. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, and then I'm going to jump out of here for the day. We took a look at the total market cap. We took a look at ES1. We took a look at the Dow Jones. We took, no, not the Dow Jones, but we took a look at the DXY. Sometimes I do with the Dow Jones. It's somewhat correlated, but again, this daily does want to make a move to the downside. However, we got wicked up there. And this 4-hour, watching to see if this 4-hour can do some damage. We're watching to see this weird 4-hour flag here make a move. We broke out. We broke back in. We're in a bullish rectangle. That's a bullish rectangle on the 4-hour. Clear as day. And that has a measured move up to about 17,111. I keep saying if we can't get back above 16,008, 17K, expect more downside. It's tough. Moving averages are getting tight. The 50 wants to come across that 200. We got to get back above the 200. We get back above the 200 SMA, I'm in a long. You see that? We get a candle to close in the 4-hour above the 200 SMA. It's going to change my story. All right? That's what we need. So I'm watching this flag to see if Bitcoin can break back above the 200 SMA on the 4-hour. Can we get to 17K? Then we can watch from there what happens. Is it a fake out, breakout? We'll look for resistance areas. We got to get above this point of control. We got to get back above 17,000. I do see a move here possibly coming on the 4-hour time frame. The 1-hour, though, had all morning to pump since 6 in the morning, and it seems to be rolling over. I'm more bearish than bullish based on the 22 looking horrible, the daily looking horrible, right? Like if we just zoom out here, like they just don't look amazing. You got a rising wedge here that breaks down 68% of the time. That looks like you're going to make a bit of a dump. So it's on my radar. I have to bring it up. It's something that I'm thinking about. Can the 4-hour flag change the story is the question. All right, and that's kind of the sauce that I'm giving you. We're going to watch this 4-hour. It's likely the 4-hour goes sideways and rolls over, in my humble opinion. But anything is possible. We'll go from there. A bunch of coins look good on the 4-hour because Bitcoin does. We get back above the 200 SMA, it changes the story a little bit. All right, SMAs are really big deals if you can get on either side of them. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. We got BOOKMAP for you one last time, too, to show you we're sideways in liquidity. The order book, they still got those orders down at 16.6 and 16.5, too. We've been flat for most of the show. They've liquidated longs and shorts. Remember, if you're 100Xing, 50Xing, you're getting banged out left and right. Really bad time. Friday is the worst day to leverage trade because you have lack of liquidity, and it's a lot easier for you to get kicked out of the trade. So, like, if you only leverage trade on Friday, you'd probably have a really, it probably wouldn't be great. So anyway, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't do anything I say and do. Learn your own special sauce, but come here to hang out. Come here to learn what I'm teaching. Come here to understand the concepts of moving averages, MACD, RSI, stochastics, and more. VRVP and supportive resistance. Everybody, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I'll be gone. I've talked for 2 hours now. I have to lay down and freaking pass out every single day. I tell my wife, she doesn't get it. Like around 1, I'm like, I'm tired. She goes, you can't be tired. I'm like, babe, you have no idea. Like the show takes so much out of me. It's more than just a regular 2 hours. It's like takes like 7 hours of freaking energy. Anyway, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Look out for collaborations coming this month. We have collaborations every Wednesday coming out at 7 p.m. We're going to have Sin City Crypto. We're going to have Jason Casper. We're going to have Crypto Blood. The list keeps going. And Costa Crypto. We have so many people on the radar to bring to you. I want to show you the people that I like throughout the space. And I want to collaborate and have fun. So get ready for that. We're going to bring you more content every single week. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. I love you all. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your day. It's Friday. The kids will get off of school. Maybe do something fun. Maybe you're home alone. I don't know what your life is, but know that if you live in love, if you believe in yourself, you are the opportunity. If you believe there's opportunity in your life, then there is. Your mindset is everything. Gratitude is attitude. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. God bless.